So I've had a couple questions about cloth diapers, seen a couple people that have some questions about it, and so I was just going to go over some of the types of diapers that I have, along with the types of inserts, and how to stuff them and combine and everything like that. I was fortunate enough to have a sister and a sister-in-law that cloth diapered, and so they were able to answer a ton of my questions, and so that's how I know what I know. Anyways, so these are the different types of diapers that I have. I only have what's called all-in-ones, and I have pocket diapers. There are tons of other types of diapers out there. I just don't happen to have any in my stash. This is an Alva brand all-in-one. It was rebranded, but so this has a 5-layer bamboo insert sewn inside of it, so you don't have to worry about stuffing it or anything like that. It's already pre-done. So you can see the line around it. You just put it on baby, snap it however you need to, it's done. But it does have a pocket back here in the back so that you can put another insert in for, extra absorbency if you need to. This is another type of all-in-one. Okay, sorry about that. My little brother came home from school and I had to pause, so there's a little break in the video. Anyways, this is another type of all-in-one I have. This is a Thirsties brand all-in-one. It has a flip insert that's sewn in. It's microfiber. I have a little thread in there. Oh well. So it flips over and you go ahead and put it on. The only difference between this one and this other one here is the fact that it flips open and it doesn't have any extra place for you to put an insert. I mean, you could just lay one in there, but it doesn't have an extra place for it. When it comes to washing and drying these two, this one takes forever to dry. It's really handy. I love these all-in-ones, but because it's sewn inside this waterproof cover, it takes so long to dry. This one, being the flip and being a hollow insert like this, it dries a good bit quicker than this other one does. But this is the only one I have like that, but I do really like it. Like I said, that's a Thirsties brand. So these are the different types of pocket diapers that I have. This is a Sun Baby pocket diaper, and basically it has this little flat pocket back here. It lays like this, and you flip it open and stuff the insert down in here. And then go ahead and snap it on however, obviously not like that, but whatever. This is some really cheap off-brand diaper that I got, and this one has a little pocket, stretchy pocket in the back instead of the little flap cover. And then this is another Sun Baby. I just wanted to show you, it has the same type of pocket, but it has a slightly different snap scheme than this one. It still has the 3 rise snaps, which adjust how big the leg hole is and where it fits on the baby's midsection. But instead of having these snaps all the way across the top here, it only has these 3 right here. So it's just a slightly different. These have the elastic in the front and the back instead of just in the back, so it sort of resembles more like a training pant almost. But it can be used for any size baby as well. It's not like it has to be used as a training pant. Okay, so some of the inserts that I use, like I said, there are more different kinds than just these. These are just some of the ones that I use. I'll flip it over and start here. This is a bamboo insert. They're really soft, but they're really bendable and pretty thin. These have a very good range of absorbency. They don't absorb super quick, but they can absorb a lot. This is a microfiber. It's probably the same like flimsiness, I guess, of the other one, slightly different texture. Microfiber cannot touch baby's skin, so these have to go inside a pocket. Bamboo can, any of these other types can, but microfiber cannot touch baby's skin because it can dry it out. Microfiber absorbs really quickly as soon as it absorbs, but it doesn't absorb as much, and you have a lot of issues with compression leaks. So when baby sits on it, it gushes out like a sponge instead of holding it all in there. So a lot of people find that issue with those, but microfiber are also some of your cheapest inserts, and so lots of people have those. What I tend to do is I'll layer a microfiber on top of a bamboo and double stuff the diaper like that. That way it absorbs quick, but when she pushes on it and it starts to leak out, it gets absorbed by the bamboo. it's a pretty good combination. This is a hemp insert. It is super duper thin, way more thin than the bamboo. I don't know if you can see the difference in how thin they are. But it is way, way thin and a slightly rougher texture, still safe to touch baby skin. These are super, super, super absorbent. They don't look like much, but they are widely considered the most absorbent type of insert that you can use. This is a microfiber bamboo blend insert, so it has multiple layers and uses both bamboo and microfiber, which helps it, like, you know, when I put them on top of each other, it helps it absorb quicker, but you lose some of the compression leaks and things like that that you have with microfiber inserts. This is a charcoal bamboo insert. There's a lot of debate about these. There's some people that think that they are just the best things in the entire world, and there's some people that very firmly believe it's nothing but a regular microfiber insert with this gray micro fleece sewn on the outside. This one is a little, not thicker, but stiffer, and because of the way it's sewn on the outside or something like that. And so I like these because when you put them into the diaper, whereas this one can easily get bunched up, this one's a little harder to bunch up. It stays a little flatter inside the diaper and helps avoid leaks in the leg holes, like right over here. A lot of times it'll get bunched up right in here, and this helps kind of avoid that. And then this is a flour sack towel. These are really fairly cheap. You can buy them at Walmart or on Amazon. They're just like kitchen towels. So a lot of people will use these as like flat diapers, which is where they fold them up into the little design and use the little pins and pin them onto the baby. But I use them as inserts because they are super, super absorbent and they're pretty thin and trim when it goes on baby. And the way I do it, because I have a girl, it's slightly different if you have a boy, but because I have a girl, you fold it in half. And then, oh, I'm folding this the opposite way of the way I folded it last time. Okay. You fold it in half again, and then it's a little fold over like that, and that's called a pad fold. And it makes it, I mean, it's about the same length. It's a little bit longer than your average insert, but it still fits inside the diaper just fine, and you can stick this in the pocket, and it has some pretty good absorbency to it, and it's cheaper than buying some of these other inserts. Hemp is going to be your most expensive insert, then bamboo, then microfiber, and flour sack towels lay somewhere in there. Pretty cheap, probably cheaper than the microfiber. So those are all the types of diapers that I have. As far as washing, you can use just about any type of detergent with these. You don't want to use anything that has fabric softeners in it because it can build up in the inserts or on the diapers and cause them to repel liquid. So you tend to avoid those. But you can use, you don't have to use some, lots of people say you have to use a specialty detergent. You don't. You can use just about any detergent you want to. Tide, you can use Free and Clear, you can use all these different things. As long as they don't have any fabric softeners in them, you can wash and dry them just like you would any other clothes. There's no special anything like that. Depending on how often you change your baby, how often you wash the diapers, and your water at your house, so whether it's hard or soft or this, that, the other, you may find that you need to buy like a water softener to add to it, or maybe you'll need to do a pre-rinse and then wash, or, you know, it just kind of depends. Whenever I do it, as soon as I take it off her butt, I go into the bathroom and I rinse it out, and then, you know, I toss them in a little hamper and wash them whenever I get enough. Now, we part-time cloth, so we don't wash really, really frequently because, you know, a lot of times at night or when we go out and about or something like that, I use disposable diapers. So if you wash them more frequently, you may find that you could just toss them in the hamper without rinsing them. We had a bit of a stink issue because it let sit too long, and so that's the way we avoided that. Lily is formula fed and I have introduced solids, so I do have to rinse out all of her poopy diapers before I put them in the washer. We have a diaper sprayer. It attaches to the toilet and it's like a little hose. You use it and you can hose off the diapers. It's really super handy, but you don't really need it. I mean, you could just rinse them out in a sink or whatever, or just dip them in the, lots of people dip them in the toilet and swish it around to get everything off. If you have an exclusively breastfed baby that has not introduced solids in any way, then the poop is water soluble and you can just toss it in the washer without rinsing it at all. I found that really gross even when I was breastfeeding, and so I did it anyways, rinsed them out, but a lot of people don't. You don't have to. But yeah, a lot of people will line dry. You can line dry. The sun is great for removing stains. It's like the best stain remover out there. But you don't have to. You can toss them in the dryer, and it's not, you know, a big deal. It doesn't really reduce the lifespan or anything like that. Some people just prefer to sun dry them, and that's okay too. But that is all the information I have on diapers and all the types of diapers and inserts that I have. If you have any other questions, you can let me know and I will do my best to help you. Bye. Okay, so not bye. Actually, I forgot I was going to show you guys how to stuff them. My lovely camera woman, my mom, reminded me. So anyways, so as far as for me, Lily is about 20 pounds or so. She's 6 months old, wears like 6 to 9 month clothes. So I have certain snaps I need to put them on as your baby grows, or if they're smaller than Lily, then the way you snap it will look differently, but I'll just go ahead and show you anyways. The Thirsties, what I'll do, like I said before, these are the rise snaps, so they kind of adjust how big the leg hole is and where it sits on her. So obviously if you snap this one to this one like this, that's going to make it the smallest, and then they have one more setting where you can snap it like that, or you can leave it unsnapped entirely. For Lily, I have to snap them on this, I guess, medium, if you would, setting like that, and then whenever I put it on her, they usually come, you know, about like that. But when I'm storing them, I go ahead and snap them all the way to the middle because it makes them nice and easy. I go ahead and stuff and snap all my diapers before I put them away. That way it's easy when I change her. The Alvas tend to run a little bit bigger than other diapers. Most people will say that they're good for chunky babies. So for this one, I snap the rise all the way on the smallest setting. And then these have 3 snaps, whereas I didn't show you. This one only has 2, and so you just put it wherever you want. This has 3, so you have this top row of snaps, which kind of adjusts the top of the waistband, and then you have the second row of snaps, which kind of helps with the leg hole and is a little bit lower, makes it a little bit snugger. So you have this one that goes on this bottom row, and these 2 that go on the top row. So once again, with Lily, what I'll do is put it on this second one, and then there's usually about 2 open snaps in the middle, but when I'm storing them, I always put them on the smallest. Like I said, it just makes it nice and small and easy to put away. Okay. One thing I will say, you always want to make sure when you're doing diapers is that in this little crease where you've snapped the rise, you always want to make sure that your fingers go up instead of the fabric being folded for your fingers to go down. To be honest, I don't know exactly why, other than it controls leak in some way. So that's a trick that they taught me, is you make sure it sticks up like that and it helps control that. So I will show you how to stuff the different types of inserts that I have. So here I start with them completely unsnapped, and you open it up. So this is the bamboo and the microfiber. I put the microfiber on top so that it's closest to her bottom with the bamboo on the bottom, because the microfiber is the quick absorbing one. So I kind of put my finger in and crease it like this a little bit just so it's easy to hold on to, and you're going to slide it all the way to the very top of the diaper up here, and then you want to make sure that everything is laid down as flat as you can get it. So you make sure it's all flat and it's as up to the top as you can get it. Smooth it out. You can kind of see it's down in there. And then I just fold a little flap over, and then I'd go ahead and snap this one. But for time's sake, I'm just going to show you the next one. So this is the same type of diaper. It's the same brand. You open it up, there's a little fold. This is with the flour sack tail. My little one's waking up in the background. Do the same thing, fold it, tuck it down in there, and then just make sure that it's flat. But I'm gonna go get my little girl, so we'll talk to you guys later.